Welcome to Sports Tonight Live. 32 teams. Now we're down to 8. A number of England players are on the beach, but not a Brazilian beach. They have long gone home. But a fantastic World Cup is almost coming to its conclusion. Some cracking games. Less goals in the last 16. We'll talk about that in a moment. But some cracking games to look forward to. And I'm joined this evening by Kenny King. Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm good. And you'll be happy to know that Wayne Rooney is not around tonight.
Well, the World Cup is for world-class players. Wayne Rooney's not world-class.
Right, OK. And Ben Davies, who normally would be wearing his number 6 proudly England shirt, has come in a sort of made-up T-shirt tonight. It's not been ironed.
Exactly. Well, you know, that's edgy. I live in East London. It's fine. But yeah, it's, there's no football on, is there, today? So I'm kind of just having a bit of a relaxation, not pinning my colours to anyone.
Until we get to the Brazil-Colombia game. Yeah. Before we move on to the quarter-final games, it was notable the last 16. There was less goals, more tension. What do we think of that? The one that sticks out to me is the USA game, but would that be your best last 16 game?
You talk about the best last 16 game. I thought the Brazil-Chile game was the best game for pure drama, you know, and two nations, neighbouring nations against each other. It was like nothing between them in 90 minutes. In extra time, there was nothing between them. They went to penalties. Chile missed a first penalty, then Brazil followed suit, and then Sanchez missed a penalty, and then you get to the last penalty when it hits the post. But even in extra time, 119 minutes, Pineda?
Yeah. Hit it from outside and hit the bar.
You see,
That's the margins.
He got a tattoo the next day. Did you see that on his back? It was a tattoo of him striking that ball, and the ball hitting the crossbar, and it just says 1 centimetre from glory.
And that's what it's all. That's what it's all about.
And
you were in the bar with the USA supporters, absolutely going crazy.
Yeah, Old King's Head in London Bridge. I went to their first group game. There was about 40 people there. There was about 450 for the last game. Exceptional atmosphere. And a lot of love for Tim Howard. That was an exceptional performance. Well, whatever you think of the US men's team, that was about 15 saves, which is since records began. So there's a lot of. I think it was Tim Howard for president was trending yesterday, and that was an exceptional game. And it was the kind of game, as an Englishman watching that, you kind of think, so much passion, so much courage, so much determination. Sure, they lack discipline at the back, but you kind of felt envious of them, but you also really wanted them to just hold on for penalties. They might just have made it.
Yeah, and that's what it was, and teams did play with passion. You had Algeria, USA, Chile, all these teams were underdogs, and Nigeria, they all played with passion, which England lacked. For the first time, I think, in World Cup history, the top 8 clubs who finished top of their respective leagues got through.
I think what's happening just shows you what it is that... you know, like
the cream rises to the top.
The pedigree.
Well, the table didn't lie. The table didn't lie. The teams that produced the most consistent performances have gone on to the quarterfinals, and in all cases, they thoroughly deserved it. I think it.
And fatigue has played a point in this World Cup, hasn't it?
Yeah,
where
massively.
a lot of teams, you know, players get cramp, and it's sort of towards the 85th minute where the drama can happen, and you know, people are sort of lasting to about the 85th minute, get cramp and go down.
I think that's exactly why you're getting. I think it was 6 out of the 8 games. It was 0-0 at half time. People can pull on some semblance of fitness, but after all the group games they've gone through in the extreme heat, come around 60 minutes, 80 minutes, you're on the floor. Defences haven't been great this tournament. As a result, carnage, which is why it's been so exciting in that last minute.
Okay. Well, before we move on to the Brazil-Colombia game, the first game, which I'm glad you pointed out to us just before we came on air, is France-Germany. Germany, a heavyweight. France, a young team. How do we see that game, Ken?
Well, Germany have got. My sources tell me that seven of their players have fallen ill.
Your sources? It's not common news. Are you saying it's not common news?
My sources say that there's 7 Germany players have fallen ill, and one of the players concerned is Thomas Muller and Hummels. So Hummels was ill before the Algeria game, and he's still ill. Apparently, there's flu.
So it's not in the German media. It's nowhere. It's your source.
It's my source.
Breaking news, guys.
Breaking news. 7 German players have been taken ill.